celebrating back-to-back Nats. Perfection wears red and black tonight. 15-0. The Dogs have done it and won a second consecutive national.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Not again.
Flea flickers and get the night started. Downfield looking for Godwin. Into his hands. And guess which dogs are barking first? Uga, get after it. Sonny Michel will send the Dogs home to the championship game.
And Bobo throws that thing in the end zone and
yes! Touchdown! Touchdown in the goal line!
Sigue Ringo, corta dentro, Ringo, touchdown! Georgia!
The Georgia Bulldogs bludgeon their way to back-to-back. Glory, glory. Georgia, as the fight song says.
This is our love for each other. 1 + 1 = what? 3. We are better together and we are connected.
This is Robert Iron E. Singleton, a.k.a. D-Dog from The Walking Dead, or Alton from The Blind Side, and you are watching Respect the Hedges on the Fan Addict Sports Network. All right, guys, go Dogs, sick 'em.
Welcome in, Dog Nation, and Respect the Hedges family. It's your boy, Coach I. We're in here for another episode of Respect the Hedges. Fresh off a new win over the Auburn Tigers. It's the oldest played game in the Southeast. I don't call it a rivalry because we just it's not a rivalry if you can't beat the other team. So that's that. Listen, man, we on a new platform now, so y'all bear with us. We might have some technical difficulties throughout the night, but we're going to keep on trucking, man, and keep it going. First technical difficulty is our promo spot is not uploaded yet. So just know we are presented by the Tailgate Kings, man. The Tailgate Kings was out at homecoming and helped the UGA Black Alumni Association put on a hell of a tailgate at the homecoming on Myers Quad. So just know that we are presented by the Tailgate Kings. All right, man. Listen, we in here to talk homecoming recap, beating Auburn 31-13, and gonna preview a little bit about Mississippi State. Without further ado, man, let me bring in my fellas, First up is going to be my guy. It's our guy, former DB at UGA. I got E-Rob. What's going on, E-Rob?
Coach, what's up, baby? It's good to be here, man. Good to be here after a win. You know, I'm glad Mother Nature kind of she knew how we was feeling last week, so that's why we didn't have the show. She made it where we couldn't do nothing. Thankful for that. Happy to come back and get a W. Man, you know what? Homecoming. I'm seeing the pictures that Caitlin put out there, boy. I done missed some stuff. Boy, I done missed it, boy. Hey, Caitlin, I'm coming next year, baby. I'm gonna be in them pictures. Woo!
Right,
boy, it looked like a good time.
Hey, Caitlin will make you be like, why wasn't I there? Like, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Respect the Hedges photographer Caitlin Hill, man. We do have a little something coming up that we can show some of that, but we'll go ahead and bring on our guy, former wide receiver, Shouty Parker. What's going on, Shouty?
Gentlemen, what's happening?
Chilling. Dogs with the win.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, I was there, man, and it was a hell of a time, man. It was a hell of a time. I really enjoyed it, man. Shout out to Respect the Hedges. Shout out to K Hill with her pictures and her production, man. All the ladies, Hina, man, everybody doing their thing, man. It was a great homecoming, man, for sure.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun, man. I got out there early, had to leave early for some birthday shenanigans, but it looked like y'all had a good time. Nonetheless, let's bring in our next dog, coolest fan in the land. It's our guy, Cool Cal. What's going on, Cal?
What up, Dog Nation? Wish I was there too, but I was at my daughter's soccer game and, you know, had to do that. But, you know, did chime in, watch the Dogs, but I hate that I missed the homecoming party.
Hey,
We're going next year, though, Cal. We're going next year, baby.
We're going next year. I'm trying to get my daughter to quit soccer, so I'll be there. It's the wrong season to be playing soccer.
Right. Next up in the building is our guy, former wide receiver Corey Allen. Man, Corey driving down, being safe on the road. What's going on, CA?
Man, I'm excited, man. I did get a chance to sneak out there to check out some of the homecoming. Shout out to the Black Alumni Association, Tailgate Kings, and everybody who had a chance to put a hand in it. It was a great turnout, man. All the sororities, fraternities there. Just to see some of the alumni that we had a chance to go to school with was a great sight for me personally. I did get a chance to swing by the Bulldog Bourbon Club, so I got to shout them out too.
The mayor. The
Yeah,
mayor.
I tried to work the entire campus. I did my best. I appreciate
I know
that,
you
Coach.
did, brother.
So yeah, had a great time. Dogs on top. You know, it was a good game. You know, one we really needed as far as the victory is concerned. But you know, we can break it down as we see fit. But I was glad about the turnout. I think Kirby challenged the fans, and I think we stepped up.
Ooh.
And it looks like we're really ready to turn this ship in the right direction with some consistency.
That's right, man. That's right. I'm agreeing with all that you just said, man. And let's bring on, last but not least, the guy that was there when I got there at 7 a.m. already setting up to the end of the tailgate, putting on the tailgate for the folks.
Tailgate Kings, baby.
Our own tight end is Mr. JV. What's going on, JV?
Hey, what's
Tailgate
happening,
Kings, man.
What's happening? What's happening, man? Hey, listen,
You
we
see 'em?
appreciate all the fellas, all the support. Hey, man, it was a good time. We had enjoyed ourselves. I'm wore out. I'm still wore out.
I can tell.
Boy, you looking like $1 million over there, though. Boy, you looking good. Boy, you hope you're feeling good.
Hey, man, I got to produce all of my video today, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's all right,
No,
man.
but
That's
serious
all-
business, man. Man, shout out to everybody who came out. Shout out to the UGA Black Alumni Association. They continue year in and year out to raise the bar, to refuse to let the previous year be the standard. And I feel like that's what the Dogs need to continue to do. We're gonna continue to not let last week be our standard. We're gonna continue to have to raise that bar too. So definitely excited about recapping this game, but then moving on to Mississippi State and beyond. One game at a time, like my guy Shouty Child has always said.
Wow, that CA line.
Well, CA.
Shawty said we ain't got but 3 games.
We got 3 games.
We got about 5 this year.
About 5 this year, yeah.
Right. So shout out to the people in the comments, watching on YouTube, watching on Facebook. Y'all already know who in first in the building. It's our girl, First Lady. She'll be in the house. Say go dog. Shout out to Bandy. She said,
being petty right off the bat. I love it. Let's go.
Hugh Freeze was drunk on Saturday. Listen, man, Hugh Freeze done got to the point where he trying to find anybody to blame for anything go wrong in his games. He reporting Georgia to the office for being too close to the defensive line or something like that, stemming too much. I'm like, what is going? Yeah, he's getting out of control, dog. He reaching.
Hey, man, when you lose, you get desperate. You know how it go.
Right. BNG in the house, Texas fans. Say 1 week away from the showdown in Austin at night. Hook 'em. That's right. Appreciate you getting in, BNG. Appreciate you getting in, my man. They ain't going. What they going?
They got Red River. They need to handle their business.
I know.
Yeah,
you got the Red River next week. Better be focused.
Yeah.
Focus, don't.
Won the center yet.
Right. I got what's going on, Student Legend. Kate
we'll
said you better be there, E-Rob. Next year, she said you better be there.
For sure. I got you. And I'm looking for my close-up too when I get there. Know that.
Right. Garrett in the building. What's going on, Garrett? Our OU fan. I ain't seen no horns down, Garrett. What's going on, man? You know,
come on. This is a big week for y'all.
Right.
Let's
This is a big week. Kate say, great job, Tailgate Kings. That's right, man. Hey, amazing tailgate, man. J Dog in the building. What's going on, J Dog? Let's get after it this week versus MSU. That's right, Bulldog on Bulldog crime going on this Saturday, and we're gonna be doing the killing. You know what I'm saying? So, Lance B in the building. Go Dogs! Don't pull a Bama this weekend. No, we definitely don't want to do that.
That was dirty. For real.
For sure. All right, there we go. Horns, motherfucking down sooner.
There we go. Now we got a party.
Like something.
Now it's a party.
That's a party. Hey, man, listen, we in here to talk homecoming. And then we're gonna preview the Mississippi State game. So while we talk homecoming, y'all already know our girl Hina is always around campus somewhere doing something, meeting everybody, getting pictures of everybody. So let's go ahead and find out where's Hina during homecoming.
Yeah, man. I got to find Hina, man.
He ain't be skating through there, man.
I know. She be everywhere. On the field.
Man.
All in the video.
One of my favorite places on campus. Where do you think we are, guys? Y'all figure it out yet? Let me know.
Yeah,
All right, my Respect the Hedges guy. Look who I got. My guy, Eric Zier.
Eric Zier.
Coming up, 2 weeks. Prediction. What do we need to do to clinch that win?
Oh, my goodness. We've got to start winning on third down. That's one thing that we've got to go do. Set the edge defensively and eliminate turnovers. We do that, we're as good as anybody in the country.
I love it. I needed that good. My guy, DJ Shockley, the one and only. Tell me what we need to do for Texas in a couple weeks.
Ooh, Texas, we got to create turnovers in that ball game. Get some more possession to our guy Carson so they can score more points. And we got to run the rock, man. We got to run the rock. We haven't been running the football. When we run the football, here comes everything else. We can run it, we can throw it, and Texas won't know what hit them. So we're going to go get a win in Texas, go get a dub, get some creative turnovers, and run the rock.
Let's do it. I like it. You heard it from our guy, the one and only DJ. Thank you. Okay. Well, listen, my Delta's right here. Beautiful, baby. Let's go. If you're not here, you miss it out. Go Dogs. Go Dogs.
Nice.
RTH family. My guy here and I'm looking up with the 98.
Shout it.
Miami, baby.
Let's do it. There's an RTH Miami trip coming up. JB, we need you to plan it. Go get James. Who's joining us? Let's go.
Let's call Jai, JV.
We here.
Clip.
Man, I am mad I missed all that right there, man. God.
You know how
Yeah, it looked like a lifetime, man. The sun was shining. Big Stroud. Look at the fella. Come on, call that thing, lad. Let's go. You got to call it from your gut,
My
man.
lad looking like $1 million out there.
Looking like money.
Right, looking like money.
Hey.
Hey. Boy, got that thing high and tight, don't it?
What's up, Ringo? Oh, man, you're crazy, boy.
D Baker.
What's up, big fella? Big fella.
Man, and he ain't got no equipment on. He look big.
Yeah, he do. His ankle look big here.
Don't it?
We had something.
My girl, organizer
Okay.
extraordinaire.
Ray Lynn.
Look at all this. This is what they
Man.
It's amazing.
Let's go, UGA.
Look like an HBCU out there.
Man, what you talking about?
We gotta get it Texas hands on this one. But we got them coming.
We got it. We got
I'm called for after you about 7-8 in deep.
Right.
At least.
Hey, I was praying. I was like, I forgot I jumped on that.
I like JB was real. He was feeling real good at that point.
Yeah. I was.
Shout out
Oh
to
man. Listen, man, shout out to Tailgate Kings. It definitely looked like a time was had out there, man. We got some more people pulling up in the building. Oh man, let's see. Okay, now some of that Sooner that Texas hate coming out. Okay, I see you.
Right.
I see you. I see you. All right. Ben G say as the Red River shootout gets closer, OU fans keeps getting more nervous. Hook 'em. Okay. I got you. That was finally getting out there. Finally getting right. I know, right?
Work on that a little bit.
Right.
Speed.
Shelby say Lance trying to take my petty segment. Speaking of good segue, Shelby, let's go ahead and get into the petty with Shelby. Let's
Give me one, Shelby.
Yeah,
Give me one.
You know,
Give me one.
Everybody catching strays when Shelby in the building. So
Absolutely.
Shelby says, "Dear Auburn, now you know why we schedule you for homecoming. You are the new Vandy. I heard that DJU is going to try for a medical red shirt. For the love of all that is good and right in this world, please go home. You are basically Reggie Ball, a waste of roster.
Ouch.
Signed,
Ouch.
First Lady.
Damn.
Ouch. Reggie Ball?
Damn.
Right.
I don't know. At this point, I think that's speaking negatively on Reggie Ball.
Damn.
You know what? I agree. I agree. I don't. Yeah.
Strays
I think
everywhere,
Reggie
baby.
Ball should take offense to that.
Right. Oh my God. Oh man, just a quick recap, man. Since E-Rob and Cool Cal missed out on the festivities, I cut out a little early, had some birthday shenanigans to go to. Shawty, your take on the homecoming festivities and the Dawgs win over Auburn.
Again, man, shout out to Tailgate Kings and Respect the Hedges, everybody that was out there, man. All like CA said, fraternities and sororities. Again, homecoming, it was awesome, man. It gets better and better every year. It was definitely one of the better years that I've been to in more recent time. It was an awesome time. With the game, man, you know, we don't make no excuses for the win. I enjoyed the win, man. You know, it was good to see some of us get some guys back on defense. You can tell the defense played better, especially up front. I was very good. It was very good to see the defensive front be dominant in spots at times. That's what I really enjoyed seeing. And shout out to Bobo, man. Bobo's son coming in holding down the center spot. It was good to see him get to the second level, man. Show his athleticism. Although I did see some plays that it went so well, but overall, man, I mean, but you know, just overall, like I said, man, no excuses for the win. But one thing I want to say is this right here, man. We got to find a reason and a way to not start coming out slow. We scored on that first drive, and believe it or not, guys, that when we scored on that drive, that was the first time we've scored this year in the first quarter on the FBS school.
That's right. I heard that.
Right. And then we didn't score again to the last drive of the second quarter. So we got to find a way to be more productive, faster, and quicker on the offensive side of the ball. Other than that, man, you know, I won't make no excuses for the win.
There it is. While Shawty is telling us about the weekend, BNG, the Texas fan, is shooting his shot, Hina.
Well, he's shooting his shot. I'm talking about, no. This is what dreams are made,
That's
baby.
that love connection.
Right.
We got to put some heat.
Right. He said he's going to holler at Hina next week in Texas.
Let's go.
Hina said that. Hina said that's right. Come by me, then.
That you don't shoot, baby.
Right. Hey, that's
she's gonna be in Miami, though.
JV. She gonna be in Miami. Say that again.
I think Ben gonna be in Miami too.
Right.
Ben gonna make a trip.
Trying to find the boss. CA, give us your take on the festivities, man, and the overall perception of that Auburn game, man.
Yeah, you know, it wasn't everything I wanted it to be. You know, again, we can't argue with victory. I would love to see a more dominant run game. When I went into that game, I was looking for us to try to dominate the point of attack. Auburn is still formidable, especially early in the game. I think we were wearing on them late, but I wasn't overly impressed. There's still a lot to be desired, if you ask me. But I like it because we got a margin, we got room for improvement, and that's just going to give me a chance to continue to challenge Kirby, a chance to continue to challenge the players. I do think we can be better, especially when I look at my quarterback play and how we attack defenses downfield. So I'm looking forward to who we are. I don't think we've identified it yet. Even at the running back position, ETN is more explosive, but the freshman seems to be more consistent. I hate lost yardage plays, so I want you to be able to hit it up in there, pause, and then be productive on whatever the down and distance might be. So it's still a lot to learn about this offensive situation. Primarily on defense, I think that gel is happening. I do think we're getting better defensively. I like what we had happen early in the game with the pressure from my defensive line. So they're doing their best. I see the work on defense. I need to see more production on offense.
Gotcha. I'm definitely with that. The running back situation, that's something I'm like, I get that Branson, he has a lot of talent and things of that nature, but I think right now it needs to be a two-horse race, a two-horse show, I should say, ETN and Frazier, in my personal opinion. JV, thoughts on the game, man? And hey, man, shout out to you for putting on, helping put on a great tailgate this past Saturday again, up down there from dusk till dawn.
Hey man, appreciate it, man. Hey, you know what? This is a labor of love, real talk, man. And we enjoy what we do over here at TGK. So we're gonna continue to do it till we can't do it no more. With that being said, looking at the game, one thing I did notice is that it feels like our backs have to make the most moves before they get to the line of scrimmage to then have to make another move out of any team that we even play. Even comparing the other running backs to our defense, we constantly are having people in the backfield. We are constantly losing the line of scrimmage, especially at the goal line. And I kind of want to I'm hoping we can start to shore that up with some, with another week or two of competitive reps, looking at film and dialing in on what some of the issues are, because there's really no excuse for guys to be in your backfield, even if you just stalemate at the line of scrimmage. Speaking of the running back situation, Coach, I 100% agree with you. Man, you gotta let guys get their feel for the game, and it's hard to do that when you're splicing all the reps up by three. And yeah, definitely one looks explosive. I'm really liking. I love when I see Frazier touch the ball. I just like it. I
Right.
like it. So, I can't go wrong with either one of those guys. I just want to see both of them get more reps because I feel like they are our two most explosive backs, and they do the most damage when they get the ball.
I'm definitely with that, man. And ETN, I feel like he make a lot of plays look better than they actually are blocked, coming out of the backfield, making a lot of people miss. He got to be one of the highest rated make guys miss tackle, whatever the highest rate is. He's got to be one of that in the SEC because he is having to make a lot of moves in that backfield. Now, again, like Shawty said earlier, I think Bobo is holding up pretty good. He's not getting the push that Jared Wilson would get, but in pass pro, he's doing pretty good. I'm gonna tell you who did not have a good game Saturday, and that was our guy Dylan Fairchild. Dylan Fairchild is normally steady at that left guard spot. He did not have a great game Saturday, and it made Bobo look a little bit worse than he actually played because he was giving up some stuff at that left guard spot. And I don't know what's going on with Green out there at the left tackle. He had a couple of plays, but for the most part, them tackles, that speed rush is killing him. Cool Cal. Tell me something to hold on to this offense. We started out as Joe Moore Award candidates.
Listen, man, we beat the dead horse. That was one of the key things that I was thinking about in the last probably about 2 to 3 weeks. I don't understand our running back rotation. I feel like we are trying to kind of placate to the 5 stars. I don't feel like we said, when we look at it, ETN and Frazier, I think we're all on the same page with that, as far as them being the 1 and the 2 backs. And Branson maybe needs a little more time, but I just don't see that explosiveness. And I feel like we're trying to bring him along when I just don't think we have the time to bring him along. I think we just got to go with those 2 guys right now. Maybe the other Robinson, he comes back, and that's another 3rd back for us. But I just don't understand what we're doing with the running back position right now. And I'm really disappointed with the offensive line. I feel like we come up every week and it's like 1 or 2 guys continuously missing assignments. I don't feel like we hold blocks well. I feel like guys are shedding our blocks pretty easily, especially for the talent and the experience that we got up front. So I think that's probably the most disappointing part of our team right now. I don't feel like that offensive line is as dominant as it's been probably the last 3, 4, 5, 6 years. And it needs a lot of work right now. I don't know if Tate Ratledge, if him coming back is going to help solve some of that. When he gets healthy, we also talked about Jared Wilson is out as well. So maybe some of those things are playing a part to why we're not as dominant up front. But we got to get that fixed, guys. We won't get that fixed, man. We have a lot of problems.
That's right, man. And I want some consistency in the play calling. Like, I feel like in the Alabama game, it's almost like Bobo was trying to please the fans. I don't need Bobo pleasing the fans. In the Alabama game, he came out the first 3 drives, we just threw it. I need old school Bobo. I don't care nothing about what the fans talking about. Run the ball, pass the ball. Run, pass, run. We don't need to placate E-Rob to the fans. And then I feel like we got some old Bobo this game, which actually on some of those drives turned out to be good. Give me your thoughts on the offense, man. I mean, and then we're gonna talk about the defense too, because the defense wasn't all. I mean, they getting better, but they still ain't dog defense.
But before I get into that, I wasn't there, but I do want to talk about the atmosphere because I'm just watching vicariously on Facebook and other tools, and I'm just like, damn, boy, they are getting it in over there on Myers Quad, boy. And I'm sitting here, I'm daddy daycare, so yeah, it is what it is. I had to take care of my responsibilities, but man, it looked like y'all was having a great damn time, boy, and I'm damn sure coming next year. Anyway, the offense, man, coach, you really, I want to echo everything that you said because that left side, there is a lot to be desired by the way they're playing. They are not. I'm looking at Green like, man, it looks like you have regressed. Like you've gone backwards in terms of what I was expecting. And that, in this iteration of Georgia football, we haven't seen a lot of that. We haven't seen guys go backward. We've seen guys develop and get better. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that. That left side has to get figured out. We keep talking about the running backs and if you can't say what y'all are saying that we're dodging people in the backfield and why aren't the running backs producing? You know what I'm saying? They go hand in hand. We're getting penetration right now, and that has to stop. No diddy. So we have to figure that out immediately. And when we're passing the ball, we're not like we used to be really good at holding up and so Carson's dodging and ducking. He can't really get into a rhythm because we don't really have a rhythm up front. So I think the key to the offense is all up front. If we figure that out, everything else will kind of fall in place.
I think so too. Not having Tate Ratledge is huge. And then Jared Wilson going down again. I thought Bobo, like Charlie said, held up pretty well. There is a noticeable difference between him and Jared Wilson.
Yeah.
Jared Wilson is I think he's more of the standard like Van Pran, but we got to do what we got to do. And at some point, man, we got to gel on that left side. As young and inexperienced as Bobo is, Bobo plus the right side does pretty well. It's just that left side, man. I don't know what's going on with the left side of the offensive line. Even when Carson was having to get out and make play, all the pressure's coming from the left side. I'm like, bro, y'all got to get a dude time to set his feet and make a throw. I don't know what's going on.
Everybody sees that. Our competitors see that, coach, man. I mean, people are lining up.
How could you not?
Whatever they're seeing, they are absolutely feasting in that inside left side position. I mean, this is somebody got to take some pride in themselves, man. Somebody got to be challenged. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to either put them things on a rubber band or cut them off. Like something got to happen to those behoovers, baby. You got to let them drop at some point, and you got to stand up because everybody's seeing this. And are you gonna continue to be the weak link in the chink in the armor?
I really think that's part of what's hindering Frazier from playing as much as he should because he doesn't have the pass pro side down.
Yeah. Well, this is why I asked you with that, Shawty. Like, I get that. So that means that if we bring him in, everybody knows we're gonna run. But can't you also bring him in when you're planning on the running back to be in the pass in the route tree? You know what I'm saying? Like, so if Frazier's in, if a running back is in, there's three options. He's either pass proing, he's running, or he's going out in the route. Frazier can do two of those things. So I'm like, we should that's how I think of it anyway. So like if he comes in, they don't know if he's going out for a route or if he's running the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but just playing devil's advocate, we send him in there for one thing, but he may have to end up doing exactly what we don't want him to do based off what the defense dictates.
Right. I got
you know what I'm saying? And then the quarterback may just have to, no matter every time he come in there, he may have to shift to a pass play where we need him to stay in the block because we gonna send the house call. We know the young man ain't good
exactly.
Right. I got you. That makes sense. I just listen, man. I think JV said it, and CA might say, "I'm trying to get Frazier some more touches, baby." I'm trying to figure out how to get
we all agree with that.
He's earned those touches, man. For real.
I think that play calling, that Bobo play calling, is influenced by the lack of production from the offensive line as well.
Yeah,
I mean, we're all looking for things, and he's trying to dance around these pieces. They're inconsistent.
Right.
Cool Cal, you couldn't have said it better. That's been the biggest flaw. I'm getting text messages right now. The offensive line sucks. Clearly, you're 100% right. Shout out to my people over there, Michael Helen over at the Bulldog Bourbon Club. But yeah, I mean, you are 100% right. This is a clear issue, and it's just sticking out like a sore thumb.
Yep.
That's right. And like JV said, man, our competitors are seeing this, man, and they're sending more pressure from that left side because I mean, obviously we obviously can't handle the speed rush, and don't let them stunt. It's gonna be a wrap over there.
I mean, it's easy. It's easy. It's easy over there, man. They stunt. I mean, it's
half the playbook on.
Right. So shout out to some of the people that's been getting in while we've been talking. Ben G, Scott Anderson, Scar, Stephen G,
Mean Machine in red and black, Scar. Mean Machine in red and black. I heard you.
Ryman Lemon, my guy B Shaw. Yeah, man, we appreciate all y'all getting in, man. Everybody on Facebook as well, man. So we're just here recapping homecoming and about to get into this Mississippi State preview. Any final thoughts on Auburn before we move on to the other Bulldogs across the pond?
Just on a positive note.
Go ahead, Sean.
I was just going to say, just on a positive note, man, I think I heard someone say, we wasn't, I think it was Eric Zari maybe. He was talking about third down conversion. I can say at one point in time, we did. I think we were like 5 for 7 on third down. So we were converting third down. It was good to see us not being in third and long. So we was able to use ETN in the running game a little bit. So I enjoyed seeing that. And that's like, to your point, I think you said that earlier, Coach. We need to do a little bit more of that. So we did avoid a lot of third and long. So it was good to see us work on that.
Yep. And I like the fact that we converted when we did get to the red zone. It was hard for ETN, but we was but he was able to make it happen. And Carson had a slant route that Hina had in her video. So like I like to be efficient in that red zone, man. That way when we get there, we good. And hey, listen, shout out to the defense. Like I said, we'll talk about the defense as we preview Mississippi State. What we possibly think we need to work on, things that are good. I will say this, man. Getting to our red zone is hard for teams. I don't care if you get past midfield. It's like we build a red brick wall, what I'm saying, around the 35 or so, and you can't get past it. Now once you get there, you might get you some points, a field goal or something. But we held up pretty good because I want to say Auburn got the ball down to like the 5-yard line, and we
twice, right?
And we held them to a field goal. So shout out to the defense for that. I still want to see more pressure on the quarterback and more turnovers.
Turnovers.
Hey, Coach. Like, we haven't got any turnovers. Go ahead, Ebron.
We're not getting anything easy for the offense.
Right.
So real quick, no, that's it. No turnover. So coming into the game, that was the knock on Auburn. They were just giving the ball away. So they couldn't really have a gauge on how good they were because they were just giving the ball away. They come play us. We weren't even close to them getting a turnover. What's going on with that? And then I've been waiting all damn week for just to talk about this guy right here. Damon Wilson. I don't know. Is he even out there? I watched him a couple of times. He's running around like he's lost. I'm like, the ball going that way. Why are you looking over here? I'm not sure what this young man is doing.
I tell you what, he set that edge every time. He set that edge
a couple of times. I'm looking around like, dog, what are you doing, brother? You were just running around on the grass. Man, the people over there, run that way. Go back and watch the game again, man. Because I'm watching him. I'm watching because he's my guy. If he's the guy, if he can be a guy, a terror off the edge, that solves a lot. I mean, that changes everything for our defense. And he's just not been that. We haven't really had that consistently. So, come on, man. Come on, dog.
That speaks to a point Ryman brings up. Jeff Levy used to be the coordinator at OU, is now the head coach at Mississippi State, who we take on this week. And if we can't, like Shawty did say, like Damon Wilson, Damon Wilson, he was setting the edge, but there was some plays where he was turned around, getting over his skis a little bit. He says when playing Mississippi State, count how many jet sweeps they run. So I think that's the thing that every team, like JV said, they watching on film. Like, we did better against Auburn than we did last year, but we still gave up a couple of plays on the edge. And why are we missing so many tackles? Why are we missing? Like we pride ourselves on being physical, fellas. We're missing like the touchdown in the 27 now. 20. Just shout out to Jarquez Hunter, man. Jarquez Hunter is a hell of a running back. But like Jonell Aguero had both arms on the dude. No diddy. You know what I'm saying?
He just threw him out the way. Boop, kept over. He didn't even break stride.
Charlie, what like is it that like what's going on? Like we don't seem as physical as we used to be.
Man, you know, I really just think it's a, you know, in my opinion, I just think it's a situation where, you know, we had players coming back that we had very high expectations for, and they're just not playing up to our standard or our expectations. I just really think that that's what it's been, because you know the guys who they were playing behind, they was getting good, you know, they was getting playing time behind, but they were playing behind very special players.
Right.
And we just assume that when these guys got a chance to step up into these leading roles because they showed flashes, that they would be special players, and that just not happened to have been the case so far this season.
That's your take on it. That's your
Right.
take on it, JV, or is there something else that might be going on?
Oh man, you know what? I mean, me and Shawty kind of had a couple conversations about this, man. Just putting it short, we just ain't as special as we thought we were gonna be. We ain't as good as we thought we should be. And so, you know, at the end of the day, man, these guys got some games to be able to kind of get themselves well, man. They got some games to be able to, that's why I'm talking about those good live reps. Like we gonna need all the reps. These guys need all the reps they can get. You know, like we got Mississippi State this week, but man, make no mistake, man, you seen what happened. Mississippi State, Vandy, they pretty much on the same playing field right now. I think Mississippi State might be worse than Vandy. And so at the end of the day,
I don't
you
think
know,
Vandy too bad.
Pretty good, yeah.
look, I mean, look,
did
they
something
beat
we
Bama
can't do.
definitely. But what I'm saying
Yes,
is, you know, I'm talking about historically, you know, our expectations of a
Okay.
squad. You
Right.
know, man, listen, we cannot. We need these guys to get these live reps, man. And you guys said it, and I really meant to say something about it. Man, shout out to Bobo because he's a third string guy at that position. So realistically, we getting better than third string production out of him right now because he pretty much is performing admirably. So you know, we need to just continue to progress, man. Shout out to Shaw Show and the dang on TGK Cup, man. Shout out, that's all I got to say about it.
Right. Cool, Cal, man. Thoughts on our defense, where we need to improve, and then even some thoughts on what you want to see this weekend on against Mississippi State, because Mississippi State starting quarterback is out for the season. By the way, fellas, they got a backup quarterback who is playing. He's true freshman, but he got some wheels, and they are committed to running the ball. I watched the Texas game. It was a blowout at the end. But it was a 1-score game going into like midway through the third quarter, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 14-6. So what they did was try to shorten the game, and I could see that's how Vandy kind of beat, you know, Bama, keeping it away from us. So
position.
They was gashing them though. They was gashing them.
So Cal, like our defense, we have to get off the field, bro.
Absolutely. I mean, again, you know, looking at it early on in the schedule, we looked at this and we said, okay, this is a game we get well. But the way we're playing, like again, we got to come out, we got to play focused. You know, we gotta play strong, and we really have to get better this week. That's the biggest thing that I'm looking at. So, you know, I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. We all are saying the exact same thing. You know, we're not as physical as we used to be. We're missing a ton of tackles. And so I think this is a week against Mississippi State. Because, I mean, look, Mississippi State, I mean, they've got one win this year. They beat Eastern Kentucky. Everybody else, they pretty much got slaughtered. I mean, you know, so we're not playing a really good team this week. We're probably playing the worst SEC team this week. And I think that we need to go out there. Let's get some turnovers. You know, let's get some sacks. You know, some of the things that we aren't used to seeing this year, let's go out there and get it Saturday, because we're going to have to carry that in to next Saturday when we play Texas. That's when it's going to get real again. But we're going to have to turn up the heat this week, you know, and really show something. Let's not come out with another vanilla performance. We go through the motions. We just walk out of there, you know, barely trying to win the game. Let's go out there and let's dominate these guys and carry that into next week, because we're going to need it.
Right. CA. They got a running quarterback, and I mean, I'm not saying that these guys have gotten a lot of yards on us, but Milroe was effective. Vandegrift was effective. It's like even in the effective in extending drives, if nothing else, which means our defense plays more. What we got to do to get these guys on the ground and get off the field, man. Like, we got to get off the field Saturday, or because that's why Alabama did lose to Vandy. They couldn't get off the field. That's really what it was.
Yep. Yeah, creating turnovers will be a focus, I think. Yeah, I want to see the offensive side rush for 200 yards. On the defensive side, we got to make sure we keep them in single digits. We got to, you know, be productive on third down. be strong in the trenches. It's so much that we can take a look at. I don't think this should be an exciting game. This should be a boring ass beat down where we get a chance to be stronger than somebody. We need to get in here and it shouldn't be a situation where we have to trick Mississippi State. We need to be able to line up and be dominant. And if we can't, then we need to figure out how to get back to that. And it's got to happen in live action on the field, because these next bullets that we'll be facing are going to be so much tougher than the issue we're going to run into on Saturday. Between the Hedges, this is a home field environment. You don't get many of these opportunities, so we got to get better. I'm going to just echo what the entire team on the show has been saying. We got to get better. This is the next opportunity. Mississippi State's not supposed to be a huge challenge. We don't want that letdown that we saw another team have. But at the same time, we got to come out here with some goals and accomplish them, primarily being dominant on both sides of the line, creating turnovers and rushing the ball.
Now, Shawty, CA just said something about, we shouldn't have to do nothing special, on Mississippi State. And they kind of announcers kind of spoke to that against Auburn, that we didn't do a whole bunch of special stuff. And Kirby, I think that was somewhat true. You know what I'm saying? We should just be able to line up and beat Auburn. And somebody said Mississippi State, Cool Cal might be the worst team. I don't know. Auburn pushing that too, to be honest with you.
Really? You think so?
On the neutral field. On the neutral field, I don't know what's gonna happen.
I like that Auburn running back good.
But Mississippi State defense is 115th in the nation, dog. Like, what we doing on offense? What you want to see? What you want? Not much, but
you know Mississippi State, they lost by 17 to Florida.
True. They did.
I'm saying Mississippi State they ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing. Come on, man. They ain't got nothing, man. I'm just saying.
You
said they got a fast quarterback.
Well, listen, all I'm saying, like CA used to tell us, first, second season, 1 week at a time, and this is what I'm saying. I watched the entire Texas, Mississippi.
Damn, that was 3 championships. We champions now. We got a different mentality.
He said it in the second season.
See, Kirby talking to you. Kirby's talking to you.
Yeah, he said it in the second season too.
Arrogant ass fans now. So you stay out the way. I hear you, Cal.
Mississippi State defense is 115th in the nation. What do you want to see from our offense this week, whether it's bland or exciting?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think this is a situation where it's like, I think CA maybe kind of hinted on it a little bit, man. This is gonna be an ugly game. Like, we as fans, we really want to see us come out wide open and beat up on this team like, a top 5 team should do. But man, with these injuries and things like this is a situation where I don't really think we're gonna do much. We're gonna do what we need to do, just limp by and get a win. And Kirby don't really care, cause it's gonna be another W in the win column. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's what we're gonna do based off, where the roster is right now. I don't see us really coming out showing the fan nothing new. Cause we still trying to build toward this crescendo to the top. Like, we ain't trying to peak out right now. We trying to get healthy. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't trying to show much. And this is a team that we shouldn't have to show much against. Whatever game plan Bobo come up with, whatever how minimal or fancy it is, it should be enough to beat Mississippi State and Mississippi State only. So, yeah, I think it's going to be an ugly game, man. I think it'll be a game where you see maybe a 60-40 run pass.
Hey, I'm actually with that. I was calling for more run anyway.
I want to see that, yeah.
Hey, and that gives our defense a chance to rest. Shout out to my boy for KC for getting in. That's right. It was a toss-up for homecoming between Mississippi State and Auburn for a good reason. I'm trying to tell you, man, Auburn, they're not good, man. That's all I'm saying.
They're totally not good. I mean, they're not good, Coach. They're not good. We're not excusing that, Coach. But I'm saying, but I want to say just kind of rebuttal to what Sean just said. Like, I totally 100% agree with what you're saying, but we need to come out this week. We need to get better. Like, to come out with just let's say a 15-10 victory. I don't feel like that's getting better. Like, let's go out there and get better on the simple stuff. Like, we don't have to show a lot, but if we're just running the ball, we should be able to physically maul them, have our backs get to the second level without ETN or whoever's in the backfield getting tagged 1 yard in. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get better this week You know what I'm saying? As far as holding blocks, our tackling, let's get better. We can't
Hey,
have
hey,
another
boring.
15 missed tackles again.
Boring don't mean close.
No.
Yeah, boring
And
don't mean. I
and
still want. Yeah, we
and
still need to handle the business, but I don't expect it to be close.
And
Right.
I agree with all you guys. I think we're gonna get muddied up, but I'm expecting to see big plays from the offense, even though we're running the ball. I want to see big explosive play. I want to see 20-yard runs. I want to see us running
Yeah.
on grass,
Yes.
man. You know what I'm saying? Not dodging people in the backfield. So I think we're all saying the same things. I want to see us do the 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 easy things better.
There
Yeah, I
you
You know what
go.
I'm
think
saying? The fundamental things better consistently. Come on, man. We're
Yes,
just
Hina.
doing, a quick dive off
Old
the left.
Bobo.
We shouldn't have penetration right now in the A gap.
Right.
That's ridiculous. That makes no sense. We're better than that. Let's show it. I don't want to talk about what we are. Go show the world.
There we
right.
go.
I think to CA's and Charlie point, I think this is just meant like the expansive playbook. I don't think you're gonna see
Yeah.
any crazy plays, but you're
No.
right, E-Rob.
Mhm.
We should be able to call a simple inside zone and
And
get
gash
10,
them.
15 yards.
Yeah.
At some point, I'm not saying every single time, but at some point, you know what I'm saying? So JV, thoughts on the Bulldogs in Athens this weekend, playing the Bulldogs in Athens this weekend.
Oh man, I don't really have a whole lot to say about that, man. Again, this is going to be a team that's not very good. I mean, Mississippi State just isn't very good. Don't want to waste a whole bunch of words on a team that's not very good. I look at them and I
I got you.
again just don't think that they're very good. We need to go in there and literally just so we're gonna chump them off like the runt. They literally are the runt in the litter. And we're gonna treat them like that, man. They might grow up to be a real good big dog at some point in time in the future, but let's go in there, get this W, beat them down, and get on to the next week, man. And we need to get out of there healthy, not do too
Yes.
much, and not look.
Yeah.
We ain't got to do a whole lot against Slaughter because we can very easily and we just know Slaughter is gonna slaughter. Mississippi State is gonna Mississippi State. That's where we are right now. So we shouldn't have any issues with these guys. We shouldn't have a lick of issue
We
with these
shouldn't.
guys. If we do, I really don't know what else to say. We used to get off the bus with our hard hat and our boots on, baby. We need to put that on again. Just get this W and move on.
Right. Now, Hina say CA. So, do you think we see the old Bobo this weekend? I think Cal or E-Rob, somebody said 60-40 run pass. That's the old school Bobo getting it done with the play action. Do you think we see some of that this weekend?
I do. Run, pass. We shouldn't be throwing the ball unless we have to. And again, we're not expecting to try to trick Mississippi State, so they're going to see everything they've seen on film. This won't be anything new, so it'll be very familiar to a lot of Georgia fans. Yes, Hina, you're 100% right. Old Bobo should be in the house, but I'll be honest,
I
that's
hope so.
supposed to be enough to win. That's got to be enough to win. I don't want to see us
Convincingly.
empty out the playbook against Mississippi State.
Right.
It's too early for that.
Right,
Yeah.
and to that point, man, my shout out to Michael Williams for battling through injury and
tried.
playing. He
Yes.
played first
Yeah.
quarter. Like, I'm be honest with you, if I could get any favor from Kirby, is don't let Michael play this weekend. I don't need
No.
Warren Brinson to play this weekend because if we can't beat the Mississippi States of the world without those two guys, then we got bigger problems anyway. I need those guys fully healthy for the Texas game because that's another beast entirely. So we got a little time here, man, and it's almost mid-season. We done played 5 games. After this game be mid-season, but I want to go ahead and start early. Like Shawty, give me somebody like who has surprised you in a good way this year. Mid-season report card.
Well, the easy answer for me would be to say the young kid. I wish I would see more of him. Would be Frazier, man. Like it's just something about this kid. He plays at a different, like a different speed. Like he just it's just something about when he get the ball. You just feel like he can take it to the house every time, and you expect a big play from him. So hopefully this is a game where we get a chance to see a little bit more of that. I don't know what happened from I think it was after the Clemson game. His touches have just kind of vanished. So I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's something off the field or whatever's going on. He's not being able to learn the playbook. I don't know. But I definitely have been very, very impressed with him, especially as a freshman, to come in and look the way that he does. As much as I like ETN, it's something about Frazier. Once he get going, man, we got something special with this young kid.
JV, your take on somebody that has lived up to what we wanted them to or exceeded that?
I was gonna steal his. I know
Oh
who he got.
man. Okay.
Me and JV got the same one, but he don't know it yet.
We all do.
Hey,
Who you got?
hey man. Oof.
It ain't been
Somebody who done because I could very easily point out somebody who's definitely disappointed me.
Well, do
But we
that.
talking about
Yeah, let's
folks
go with that.
Do that. No,
that would have been an easier question.
Yeah, that's easier now.
We just hit the whole line.
Man, actually, so I'm going to continue to put my disappointment on the tight end room. I've been extremely disappointed in that room still. I don't think anybody's really separated themselves. While Lucky has, to me, risen to prove that he's the cream of the crop in that room to this point. Man, just room overall just is not impressive. And I would love to see these guys, take a mid-season inventory of their play and completely, erase the things that have essentially disappointed me in that room over these past 5 games and make that the positive, man, because they got so much ability. There's so much ability in that room. We got this, we got 84 who done came out here, man. And yeah, man, I had high hopes for him too, because he came here pretty much, pretty highly touted and rated. But hey, we need to get him up out of there. We need to go ahead and feature. We need to feature Lucky, and we need to feature Dip. And I need him to go ahead and get his head and his space together too, man, because he's a hell of an athlete. But come on, guys, we got to get that room together. That tight end room can be so much more.
Right, I'm definitely with that. Rob, hey, you can go either way. Somebody who you have liked this season, or somebody who just ain't getting it done, and we need to figure it out.
So it's really hard to talk about someone who's exceeded. I think we probably gonna all pick the same person or very close to it, because it's Nate Frazier for me. But when we talk about disappointment, I'm gonna say Carson Beck. And here's why I'm gonna say Carson Beck. And not necessarily because somebody else can pick Carson as well, but I'm not even gonna talk about him playing the actual game. I need him to be a better leader. I'm gonna need him to get these boys riled up. I'm gonna need him to be more excited about why we starting so slow. What are you gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? Are you stop sitting over there being Mr. Cool, Joe Cool? We don't need that shit. Come on, man. Let's get this thing going, man. So I want to see him be a better leader, man. We need it. Throw something. Throw the water bottle. Do something, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to see that. So that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, I'm definitely in agreement with Rob. Stetson has swag, and I get that we like to have a level head when things ain't going good. But the second half, Carson is of Alabama. That's who I need all the time. He banging on his own helmet. He in everybody's face.
I want that. Come on.
Dog, I don't need you staring off into the distance, dog. Like, come on, man. Show a little swag. You play for Georgia, bro. You QB1 at Georgia. CA, you can go either way with it, man. You can go. Somebody need to get their act together or move aside so somebody else can get on the field, or somebody that you've been pleased with their play.
I'm gonna just stab at both a little bit. Disappointed in the linebacker room overall. I know we've had injury over there, but I had high expectation out of the pressure we could create and the mismatches. And right now, we just can't seem to find a good mix out. So I want to see more from those guys. I did like what Lawson Lucky had been doing. I think in the past game especially, he's been extremely productive, a little bit of a surprise, getting more opportunities, and I think we'll be using him more. I think he's clearly the number one option. So I'm going to try to separate him from the room, but JV knows best, so I can't overstep the bounds right there. And Cash Jones, I'm going to just throw him in the hat. Any playing time he get, we didn't expect. He's been productive, pass game and in the running game. So not even afraid to stick his nose in there and pass protect. Just knowing what to do has been important, especially since that offensive line has been such a problem here in the early part. But that's all I got.
Cool, Cal. I'll let you go, and then I'll take my stab at it. Either way, somebody that need to get it together or get out the way for somebody else, or somebody that's been holding it down.
And it's a whole lot of need to get it together, but I'm gonna go a little different direction. I'm gonna go with the offensive line coach, because we're not playing good as a unit. And I think that the coaching, it may be a coaching issue, is where we're being held up at. We're nowhere near the type of offensive line that we need to be. We sit up here every day, we talk about all these big time guys we've got. He's 6'8", he's 350, he's this, he's that, and it's not producing on the field. So I want to look at the coach, and I want him to sit back, and I want to say, you know what, we got to get this offensive line better, because if we get that offensive line better, I think that's going to trickle down and it's going to help everything else. So I'm looking at the coach in there. If that doesn't get better, we're going to continue to have the same problems.
I'm definitely with you. I
like
think
that,
he definitely
Cal.
needs to hold them to a standard regardless of the injuries. We always say next man up. So it needs to be next man up. Scott Anderson gets in and says, Dirty Dan been a bright spot. That's I want to take a little positive spin. And that's where I was going. The safety room, meaning Dirty Dan and KJ Bolden. I knew he was good.
Yep.
But KJ Bolden hasn't just been playing good, like talented good. KJ Bolden been playing good, like he been here before, like he's experienced. He's in the right space. And guess I said something about our defense missing tackles. Guess who don't miss tackles? Because he knows his weight, his measurements, and he goes straight for the cut. And I'm like, some of y'all need to take a page out of KJ Bolden book and get these guys, take these ankles, get them on the ground.
He coming fast too.
He coming fast as hell. Yes, he is. He coming down here.
He's decisive. So that means he knows what he sees from the offense. He's not out there. I think E-Rob talked about it with one of our defensive guys, kind of like looking, where's the play going? Who knows where I'm going? I'm going the wrong way. KJ is reading his defense so much so that, you know, we keep him on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what I noticed when I was watching the game from Saturday, when we're in first and second down, we have Malachi and Dan, at the safety spots, and we have Jonell in there at the nickel. But then when we go third down, one of the most crucial downs, we bring KJ on the field to play that other safety spot along with Dan, and then move Malachi down into the nickel spot. So that means that we trust this guy. We bring him in on a crucial down. You know what I'm saying? We trust this guy. Right. So shout out to KJ, man. KJ, I think KJ been holding it down. And Dirty Dan, man. Dirty Dan definitely been good. He has not been a liability in the pass game. He's been excellent in the run game.
He's playing very good.
He ain't missing no tackles. So shout out to the safety room, man, for getting it done. We need everybody to come up, and I've been disappointed in our DB room. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man.
Just say we ain't getting what we want out of Malachi. I mean, quit dancing around.
And that's where I'm going. I don't know if it's him moving to like on some of these passing downs, moving into the star. That was reserved for Tyke and Javon, who very much more physical than Malachi. But Malachi, even though he wasn't as physical, never missed as many tackles as he missed. And I don't know what's going on with that.
Like, he made his fame at the star position though.
Right. So Coach. Don't give him no excuse. He's not playing well right now.
No, his freshman year, he wasn't playing the star.
I thought
position.
He played the starter freshman year.
No, he was in Dan Jackson's spot. It was Javon Bullitt. I mean, Javon Bullitt was playing the nickel spot in 21 or 22 when he was a freshman, 22, and then Javon moved back to the safety so Tyke could play the nickel last year. Like Malachi, I understand why they moved him right there because you're closer to the ball, you're available to make plays. He was our best playmaker coming into the season, but it hasn't worked out very well for him as of yet.
Right. Maybe the second half of the season, but that shit ain't working right now, baby.
Right.
He's having a hard time. He's struggling.
Right. So he don't want to know thoughts on the safeties and DBs. Those are my thoughts.
Gave it to him.
Like I say, Dan and KJ, shout out to those guys, man. I think overall Humphreys has had a pretty good year. I expected more because I thought he's had a pretty decent year. He gave up to play to Ryan. He gave to play up to Ryan, but I mean, Ryan is who Ryan is. I mean, and you'll play.
Ain't nobody getting no pass.
Ain't all he gave.
Man. Ain't all he gave. He been getting, you know what I'm saying?
And
a little bit.
I will say I was on my guy. I'm still on the train. I'm holding out hope that he can peak like Shawty say 6. I hope he peak like we.
I told
Everett
you, Coach. I told you. This Everett.
I'll be honest with you. CA, you brought it up. Take a pick. I seen Lovett on a couple of plays, shake some people out their boots. You know what I'm saying? But I seen him also get one guy tackle as soon as he catch the ball. So, and then Everett on the other side. I don't know. I don't
even
mid. Right. So that's what I got to say about that, man. Right. Anybody else got to do anything else, man, before we wrap this thing up going into the weekend? I know some of y'all, if y'all new to the channel, man, new to the show, I know it sounds like we have nothing positive to say about the Dogs.
Our standards is high. Our standards is high.
Hey,
we ain't gonna just come up here and just blow it up if it ain't worthy. Right.
Right.
I got something positive to say. I got
that Alabama effect, though. Just real talk. Hate to bring them up, but it's kind of like that Alabama effect. And a guy, I think, matter of fact, me and JB was on the same event, and it made so much sense to me. I never thought about it. And the guy was like, "Hey, man, you know, we got all this merchandise that we bought, and you know, you guys keep winning. And it makes it hard to sell the merchandise because you have to turn over the merchandise." And I never really thought. So it's like we create our own monster, being so good. I talk about the stale sandwich. Like it just like
did some. I like it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we don't create a certain standard. Now it's not that we're being hard on ourselves. It's like we're almost in a culture state of mind. We know what it takes to win. Right. We're not showing it on the film, and the numbers don't say it either. That way it makes it even worse. The numbers say you're not that good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just so I think that's just what from to the fans and people watching the show. That's where we're coming from. It's not that we're just being negative, but we're just seeing the thing that we know we got to improve on if we want to continue to march towards another third national championship.
Well put, Shawty. I have nothing else to add to that. So with that said, man, y'all remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching this video after the live, please comment. Let us know what your thoughts on the season so far, what we need to improve on, what you like, things of that nature. And 2 weeks from now, we will be at Creature Comfort in Athens, Georgia for the Texas pregame show, even though the Dogs will be away in Austin. If you are going to Austin, don't stay in Austin. How about that? Because it's the Formula One is going on. I'm pretty sure if you ain't got your
I'm about to say if you ain't already got your accommodations done.
I'm talking about the
right.
I would tell you to go to San Antonio, but I'm pretty sure everybody else is thinking the same
probably doing
thing,
that too.
So they probably got that. So we
just come to Creature Comfort.
This come to Creature Comfort, you know, when you're in Atlanta.
Dominique Wilkins gonna be there.
You know what I'm saying? And you
Dominique Wilkins gonna be there.
He's before us. Yes.
Okay. That's what's up. I learned something new on the show today. I learned. I like it.
Before he knew it, it was hot.
Right. I like it.
So shout out to, shout out to the Tailgate Kings and Black UGA Alumni Association for the homecoming festivities. And y'all make sure, listen, man, this thing goes on every single homecoming, regardless of who we play. And I looked at the schedule, it's probably going to be Kentucky next year. Y'all make sure y'all get out there. E-Rob, get out there. Cool.
I'm going to be there.
Get out there.
Ronnie, I'm going to be
there. And full of force, man. Shout out to everybody watching on Facebook. Respect the Hedges YouTube. Watching on Tailgate Kings Facebook, Fan Addict Facebook, Fan Addict YouTube. And y'all make sure y'all come back next Tuesday and every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Hey, man, remember, always respect the hedges, man, for my guy, JV, CA, E-Rob, Cool Cal, Shawty. I'm Coach I. As always, go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
These hedges.